This is the Archetype by Aether, and this drone is just no... Wait, what? What?
Did you not hear me? I said, I know where you live.
No, Nick, it was a joke. Honestly. I know. Honestly. Yes, I'll say all the good things. Yes, yeah, I promise. Yeah, love you too, bye. Let me explain. Thanks so much to Nick for sending that clip over. We love having a bit of a laugh and a joke on this channel. This is pretty special, I've got to be honest. Now, cards completely on the table before I go any further. I paid for this myself. I don't have an affiliate with Nick. The only involvement Nick has had is when he left a comment saying, don't forget I know where you live. And I sent him an email and said, do me a favour, do this clip and we'll do a funny skit at the start of the video. He agreed to it and that's it. That's the only involvement Nick's had. I've spec'd it and I built it myself. And like I say, paid for it. So what I'm about to say in this video is not influenced by anything or anyone. Watch this. Before you drop $200 or whatever dollars on a mass-produced drone that looks like every other one out there, this is the Archetype by Aether. And yes, it does cost more than your typical 4-inch, although you can run 4.5-inch props. I haven't been able to get any, but we'll get into that later on in the video. And it does cost more than your average 4-inch drone that's mass-produced, but that might just be the best thing about it. This is what happens when an FPV creator, not a mass-produced company or corporation, designs a quad with precision, passion, and a whole lot of style. So buckle up because we're going to be talking about the performance, the aesthetics, and whether or not you should consider dropping your hard-earned cash into the Aether. Let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I went with the minty fresh green accent options and honestly, it's like a Tiffany & Co of FPV frames. Under the sunlight, these accents just pop, and if you're going to turn heads at the flying field when you pull something out, this is something that you want to consider. It's not just a pretty face though. The Archetype frame is incredibly well thought out. The build quality is next level. You've got clean lines and the smart component placements make the build super easy to do for a builder of any level. Everything just fits. You're not fighting with standoff or sketchy tolerances or whatever. It just works and works so well because it is so well thought out. If you bought mass-produced or built mass-produced frames before, you know what I'm talking about. But this was an effortless build. And I decided to buy the frame only because I wanted to see just how well thought out it was, because it's very tempting to buy the ready to fly version and then just go and fly it and review it based on what it flies like. But when you actually build these things, you appreciate just how much thought's gone into it. I had it built in well under an hour, and I'm certainly no speed demon when it comes to builds, as you guys know. Everything has its place, wire management is clean, and it feels like you're assembling something that was designed by somebody who actually flies these things. Because let's be fair, there are plenty of people in FPV who tell you that they're experts who never actually go and fly. Nick clearly flies. I clearly fly, as you guys see. This is good. So let me break down what I threw into this then. So we've got the HGLC Spectre 2004 1800 kV motors, buttery smooth and really quiet for the amount of power that they deliver. And that gives us a 6S build. You could go 4S with this and keep the weight down, but I figured if we're going to do it, let's do it right. We went with the Beta FPV ELRS Nano receiver because we're keeping things cheap, modern and reliable. GPS, I have got a HGLRC M100 mini GPS module, but I haven't actually put it for this build because what I want to do is I want to come back and I want to revisit this build with 4.5-inch props and a GPS and test exactly what this thing is putting out. Obviously for the VTX and the camera, we went with the DJI O4 Pro because if you're going premium on a frame like this, you're going to want to go premium on your camera, let's be honest. Right now I am running 4-inch props as I said, but I am going to revisit this with 4.5-inch props. So make sure you hit that subscribe button somewhere and stay tuned for more FPV madness into 2026 because I suspect that this is probably going to be a mainstay on the channel, I've got to be honest. So the moment of truth then, how does it actually fly? Well, both myself and Boy Wonder FPV have been flying this for weeks. We've actually delayed the review a couple of times because we said, let's just go and have one more fly. And there's plenty of reels and stuff that we've put up beforehand, and we should have waited. But honestly, we've just had so much fun with it, and we wanted to share that with you guys. I think if I was to give you one word for this quad, it's going to be smooth. It flies so smooth. It's precise, it's quiet, and it's just smooth. But it also freestyles really well. It glides through the air. There's no jitters or oscillations. Now, I don't know if Nick's put a tune up, but what I'm going to do is I've got my own sort of custom tunes that I create for these things when I build one. And I've got a custom tune for this, and I'm going to upload it to my Discord. So if you're not on my Discord, the question is why? It's free. Come and join us. There's 260 of us, all chilling, FPV pilots, just vibing and having a great time. But I will upload the CLI file to this as well. If you are going to want to build one, I would highly recommend the tune that I've put on this, because I don't want to pat myself on the back, but it's pretty damn good. The one thing I didn't expect with this was just how quiet it is. Probably comes in at around about 4.5 angry Karens out of 10, which 4.5 angry Karens for something that is a 6S, that is potentially 4.5 inch, although we are running 4-inch props at the minute. So that might go up maybe to 5 angry Karens, but it's still a 6S, 4.5 inch, even if it's 5 angry Karens out of 10. That's one hell of a score, because the majority of 5 inches that we've measured have been about 8 or 9 or even 10 angry Karens out of 10. So if you want something with a bit more power that's a bit more discreet, again, this might be something to look. Efficiency wise, I got around about 4.5 minutes with a really small 650 mAh 6S. The only problem with that battery, and that brings us, by the way, to 399 grams. The only problem with that battery is it's got really short XT, well, they're actually XT30 leads. So the battery had to go all the way to the back. But we was getting like, I think 4.5 to 5 minutes thinking about it back to that flight. With a larger 1100 mAh battery, we're at 499 grams, but that's given us about 7, 8, 9 minutes, depending how you fly it. Obviously, if you fly it more freestyle, you're going to get less, but if you're flying this for cinematic cruising, and let's be honest, for cinematic cruising, this is amazing, you're going to get close to 10 minutes quite easily if you are gentle on the throttle. If you obviously ram your throttle and go crazy, then you're not going to get that. But if you are like somebody like me who is really light on the throttle, you're going to do really well out of this. Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room then. And this is the toughest part about this. This is a premium frame. It costs more, the build costs more, and that will put some people off, because a lot of people, first of all, they're struggling, but a lot of people also just want whatever is the cheapest that's okay. And I respect that. I am somebody who has to do that quite often myself in life. But, and I know what some of you are thinking, why not just mass produce it? Why not just go 5 inch? You know, you'd be half the price. But that sort of goes against the point of this, and it will lose its soul. And this drone's got soul, and that's crazy to think of a flying robot, but it has got soul, it really has. First of all, you're not just buying a drone. You're not just buying a drone or a frame, you're supporting a creator, you're supporting a pilot, you're supporting one of your own within FPV. You know, Nick isn't just a faceless corporation pushing these out to maximize profit. He is part of our community. He is on YouTube. He does answer comments. He instantly replied to me and said, yeah, let's do it. Let's hook up a video together. You know, he's one of us at the end of the day. And when you buy something like this, yes, you are paying a little bit more, but that money's going straight back into the community that you're part of and that I'm part of. I think the second take about this is not everything is about following trends. It would have been so easy for Nick to put out a 5-inch FPV drone, market a little bit premium, and yeah, just it'd do well because it looks really nice. But it's not about following the trends. It's about having something that's different, something that stands out, something that is premium. If you want something that's cookie cutter, there's thousands out there and they'll cost you a lot less. But if you want something that's premium, that's boutique, that's unique, that not a huge amount of people at your flying field are going to pull one of these out of the bag, this is probably something to consider. And I'm never going to say, yes, absolutely, go and buy this, because that's not how we work. I'm going to show you the good side, I'm going to show you the bad side, and then you guys can decide whether or not you go ahead and purchase it. As I said at the very start of the video, paid for it myself. I've got no affiliate links with Nick whatsoever. So if you guys go and decide to buy 1,000 of these, it doesn't change my life if 0 of you went and bought one. We're just enjoying these things together, because I'm a pilot first, I'm a YouTuber second. I think the other take is that the actual quality of this frame is better than a lot of the cheap ones. The tolerances, the way it all goes together, the ease of use. Nick's even put a video up. I'm going to put a build video, but Nick's build video is probably better than mine. So, you know, you can just follow along, and it's great. And you don't get that. So who should buy the Archetype? This is for the pilot who appreciates quality over quantity. Somebody who really likes the craftsmanship, wants something unique, and doesn't mind paying that little bit extra for that premium feature and for something to support one of our own. Then this is something that you need to consider. If you're a cinematic pilot who wants buttery smooth footage, take a look at this. Take a look at some of the footage. Decide for yourself. And the thing is, as brilliant from a cinematic point of view as this is, and it is, when you flip into freestyle mode, it handles it brilliantly. Like, there's been many a times recently where I spoke about drones and quads that a jack of all trades, a master of none, and it does this okay and it does that okay. This, from a cinematic point of view, is a masterpiece. From a freestyle point of view, it is just as good. Or maybe you're a builder who wants a nice, easy, clean build without all the stress of having to think, does this fit? Is this bag in Chinese? Where does this go? But more importantly, I think, if you're part of the FPV community and you want to support one of your own, then if you want just the cheapest option that flies decent, this is not it. This isn't it. But if you want something really special, then the Archetype delivers. Look, at the end of the day, the Archetype by Aether is more than just a frame. It's a philosophy. It's about choosing craft over commodity. It's about supporting the people that make this hobby amazing. And it's about a drone that looks absolutely sick. Is this for everybody? No, absolutely not. But if you've been eyeing a premium build and you want something that's a little bit different with a little bit of soul, this is something to consider. I'll be back to follow up this video when those 4.5-inch props arrive, so please do make sure you are subscribed. When the video ends, please do make sure you hit the like, comment and hype buttons to really help push us out there in 2026. I want to make this community one of the best out there, and I want to take you with me. So do that for me and I'll take you with me, I promise. 2026 promises to be the biggest ever year. We're going to have more giveaways, and I am aware we was due to have a giveaway on Christmas Day. I have a problem with my internet. I cannot get a stable connection to go live. I have got a router on the way, and the second that router arrives, we will go live and draw that draw. We're going to have more giveaways. We're going to have more wild things, and I want you guys to all come with me. So get the channel out there, get it to as many people. The more people that view it, the more people that we can get in, the bigger we can make it, and the more we can give back to you guys. So drop a comment down below. Are you going to consider the Archetype, or are you sticking with the mass-produced stuff? Let's have a chat about it in the comments down below. But until next time, my advice, fly safe, fly smooth, and support your fellow pilots and creators in the community. Peace!
Anyway, I hope the video goes well.
YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most. So watch it and let me know if they're right.